Let's have a look. I should have done this before I started. I'm looking very, there we go, 13th of December, so we'll start again. I'd just like to take this opportunity to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a happy and prosperous New Year. I'd also like to thank all my subscribers, very much appreciated, and also just a big thank you to everybody that watches my videos, comments, likes, whatever. It's all really is very much appreciated. Thank you all very much. Well, hello all and welcome to Wayne's Allotment. Today is the 13th of December. I hope you're all doing well and managing to get your booster jabs booked and so on. I've had mine. I had mine on the 8th. Quite ironic actually, because it was my birthday on the 9th. So all that I ended up with was a bit of a dead arm. So that's you know, a bit of an ache in my arm, so that was all. I'm talking about birthday. One of the things I've had is a new digital thermometer. I've got one up. I probably won't be able to get it down that easy now. Oh, it isn't the one. Sorry, ignore me, I'm harmless, I really am. In the other greenhouse I've got one, and as you can see, the display like that, and it's just flashing. It's all the digits are flashing, so it's not giving any readings. But these are really good because they give it your in centigrade and Fahrenheit. They give you your maximum, your current, and your minimum temperature. And as I say, that's the one in the other greenhouses. Looks like it's given up the ghost, so I've got a replacement for that. I'm out here because I want to get and pop the onions on. These are those large show bench type onions, and as you can see, they get into a stage now where they're not supporting themselves. So I want to get these out and get them into individual pots. But I'll spin you around and show you exactly what I'm doing, because there's a little bit more to it than that. So let's have a look at what I'm doing with these onions. Right, so what I've got here is ordinary clover compost. And what I'm thinking of doing, I want, there must be about 20, these onions here, there must be about 20 that I can take out of. I've got 8 pots of these, and there's about 20 easy that I can take out. I want to take the taller ones, the bigger ones, because they look the best. So it's simple as that. Now what I'm thinking of doing, because I want to put them under the grow light, these by the way have been under the grow lights. The grow lights have been on 24/7, and as I say, they're looking really good. Let's just get the pot with these were done the 17th of November. This is the pot with the label. And as I say, you know, see how with that one in particular, split, and then another, I don't know whether they call flags on onions. I know they are on leeks, but that's another one coming up. So, but I want to get them potted on, and I'm thinking of using these, as you can see, these pots or trays, because they're a reasonable size. They're not going to take up a lot of room, and they'll go back under the grow lights a little bit easier than putting something like 15 pots, because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pot on about 15 of them, put some out here in the greenhouse, and I'm going to put some out on the plot, just like your normal everyday onions that I'm growing. I'm going to have a go at growing some of these just the same. But what I want to do, if we just move those out the way, I want to put a bit of something into this. So the bit of something I'm putting in, I'm going to put this Nutrimate powdered gold, and I'm going to mix that. We'll do that now. We'll put some of that into here. Does tell you exactly how much to mix in per area, but we're going to give it the good old, well, that looks about right, rule of thumb. We'll put that into there. Let me just put that down there out the way, and then we'll mix this. I'm not going to put anything else into it, but I just want to add a little bit of something, because these are going to, once these go into these relevant trays here, so they're going to be in there for a while before, I'll put a bit more on that. They're going to be in there for a while before they get potted on. And I've got to be honest, I don't know exactly what to use in the way of feed. I think that will do. As I've said, I don't know what to use in the way of feed. I don't know whether to use something like a seaweed extract. If any of you are out there that do this, you know what's coming, don't you? Yeah. You'd like to just comment and let me know what you use as feed. I know there's no doubt special blends that you can get and such like, but I'm just looking to see what I can use that's fairly straightforward. I'll do these 4. I'll do 4 in there, shall I say, to start with. Get and put that. This is this clover is not sieved. I'm not going to firm it down too much, but just a little, just to pat it down a little bit. And I'm going to look through some of these. There's 2 there that look pretty good. 3, 4. There's a few in there that are, so we'll have them out of there. We'll put the label in the pot. This, by the way, for those of you that don't know, this is the first time can you see there's nice bit of root structure there. That looks quite good. So we'll make a bit of a hole and try and put all that in one go. Yes, as I was saying, sorry, this is the first time that I have grown these sort of onions. I've got some supports for these as well that we can use, some little ring supports I've made, probably not worth bothering with actually at the moment. I don't know, but we'll use them. As I say, this is the first time I've grown onions, these big show onions like this. That's got quite a root on it. That won't come up very easy. There we go. Now then, can you see? That's quite an impressive root structure for such a small onion. But yes, I've never grown these before, so it's all new to me, and I'll apologise now. Probably don't need to, but I will apologise now if I'm sort of boring it. We'll take that off. I'm going to sort some better ones of those out. Yeah, I'll apologise now if I'm boring you with my videos seem to be containing just the onion, but I want to get these done. I want to try and get, obviously I've had good advice off people already, so I want to try and do as good a job as I can. It's all just for fun. I do not plan whatsoever to enter any shows. I'm just, as I've just said, bit of fun. I went to Malvern. It all came about through going to Malvern earlier this year. Went to the autumn festival. And it's the second time I'd been a couple of years earlier before the COVID struck, and I was amazed at the size of not just the onions but everything in general, cabbage and cauliflowers and things like radish, long carrots and so on. And I just thought to myself, well, if I get the opportunity, there we go, if I get the opportunity to have a go at something like this, then I'm going to take it. Simple as that. So here we are. And the other thing that I've just noticed, I wasn't going to bother showing you me planting all these, but it looks like we're going that way. In fact, what I will do, I'll stop at that and I'll carry on and do the rest, and I'll bring you back once it's all finished and sorted, and I'll show you what's what. Well, there we go. That's them all potted on and all ready to go back in the house. Well, I'm out here in the garden, and as you can see with the barrel there, that's the barrel that I didn't bother this year. Last year I did some long carrots in it. I think this is the first year I've just not bothered. Didn't bother doing any at all. But as you can see from, I've managed to acquire another barrel. To be honest, this has come from a friend of mine. He had it as a water butt in his back garden, and he's completely re-landscaping, and he's getting the lawn up, and you know, his kids have flown the nest, and it's only him and the missus, and I think he wants to slab quite a bit of it and whatever, you know. But I've gained a barrel, and I'm going to prepare this to use next year again with regards to long carrots. I'm going to possibly do some long beetroot in it. Obviously they're not going to be that long because I've got a barrel here that is about, what, 3 foot tall, so they're not going to be mega long. and this is turned upside down so that I can get and drill a few holes in it. So without further ado, armed with one machine drilling, we'll get a few holes. And I think that will do me. I don't need to have a massive amount of holes in it. The next job that I'm going to be doing with this is I'm going to, this is the position it's going to be in. In fact, let's turn it over, put it where it's going to live. There we go. As you can see, it's lost its shape a little. I don't know where he's whether he's had it wedged in between something or what, I don't know. But yeah, that's going to stay there. What I'm going to do with this one, I'm going to fill this with spent compost. Before I fill it with spent compost, I'm going to go around the allotment and I'm going to get and I'm going to use, probably, you can't, oh, I haven't got one to show you, but one of my 35 litre buckets, I'm going to fill that with manure, put that in the bottom, and then fill this with spent compost. I've got various amounts of spent compost, stuff to go around the allotment, to go in the compost bins, but this spent here will go into here. And then we'll have a go at growing, like I say, beetroot, long beetroot or long carrots. So the next job really is to get some manure and get it in the bottom of there and get it filled up with spent compost. Well, the barrel has now had all the holes drilled. I've got the manure. Some of this is quite well broken down, some of it is still quite chunky. This put into the bottom of there. Level it out a bit, and then what I'm going to do is these various buckets, these are what I've had tomatoes in. There's a bit of all sorts been in these. Check out some of the big stones. There's a few big stones in here, I don't know why. Get them out. And take out there's a root of one of the tomatoes, a bit of broken cane there as well, and I shall go and fill these up. I'm not going to bore you to death with showing you every bucket full of compost going in, but you get the picture of what I'm going to do. Get it full so that the next time you see this will be when I'm actually sowing the seeds. So that's it for this one. Thank you all very much for watching. It really is very much appreciated. Please look after yourselves, look after each other, stay safe, get your boosters, and I'll see you in the next one. Ta-ra a bit.